Hendrick family from West Lafayette, Indiana, driving that Cockshutt 60. Now it says Cockshutt on it, but it's really the same as an Oliver 60, but look how that little wheels and stuff, that is a cute little tractor. He's kind of wearing that thing, Chris.
Yeah, yes he is.
Doug Seamer right here. Now he won the raffle tractor last year, Chris, but he's driving in this Oliver 1950 Detroit. We seen that other 1950. That was the Oliver. This is the same thing, only painted in Cockshutt colors, and it's got a Cockshutt plow to go with it. Very unusual in this part of the country to see those two pieces right there. Thank you, Doug. He can't hear me because he's got that Detroit burn. Then we got all the way from Paxton, Illinois, we got Mr. Larry Abbey on his 880 Oliver. Just got that thing all redone. And he's either got an Oliver or Minneapolis out there, and he likes them all, don't you, Larry? He's got that business up there on the south end of Buckley, too. But I can show you right where he lives there on Paxton. 1953 Oliver 77 from Hamel, Illinois. This is Kevin Westerhold. Thank you, Kevin. Nice Oliver. Boy, those 77 are about as smooth running as you can get. That 6-cylinder Walker in there. Now we had Lynn Johnson a while ago. Here's Brother Lee right here. Original survivor with the 1,800 hours. 1,800 hours? My gosh, you guys are going to have to break that thing in a little bit yet. Put her on the plow or something. I bet those original tires then too, ain't they? Hey, all the way from Collison, Illinois, Kevin Miles got Ava helping him. 1948 Oliver 80. That'd be about the last year that we could have got an Oliver 80. That is a 4-cylinder, and then they got replaced in the 88. Josh Coe from Loda, driving his 1972 International 1066. Got that front fuel tank on there. He can be out there all day with that thing. You wouldn't have to go home and get fuel. Then you might get hungry, you know, you eat a sandwich or something. Got that sun canopy on there. Boy, he's nice and shady that way. Stay cool. Joe Miller from Ridge Farm, driving that 1947 Farm All Bees. There's a lot of them bees around. That is a dandy right there. Got his flag flying on the front. Got a ball hitch on the back so he can pull the trailer a bit. Go out there and chop wood with that thing and bring that wood home. Then we got a BN 1946. Tim Miller from Tilton. Got the twin seat on that thing. BN. That meant narrow. They both got the belt pulley on the back of that thing. Look at that. Boy, he's ready to run that buzzsaw with that thing. Hey, then we got Abe Nixon all the way from Cerro Gordo. He's still in Piatt County, but that's about it. He can about throw the rock and get out of Piatt County. 1958 Farmall 450. Thank you, Abe. Then we got this wheel horse, 1970 wheel horse, the model D160 with that International McCormick manure spreader. Joel Wild, right? It's Willie on there, I'm sorry. All the way from Buckley. Leona Willie is the passenger. That's a nice parade wave you're doing there, Willie. I like that. That is good, Leona. Massey Harris 55. Kyle Hamill, all the way from Champaign, Illinois. When did you get that 55, Kyle? You had that very long? I didn't know you had a 55.
2 years.
2 years. Well, you're moving up. He always had a 44. He wanted a 55, so now he's got one. Harold Miles, all the way from Penfield, Illinois. drove his 1951 Willys CJ3. He bought that thing in 1957, he said. So that thing, it was almost brand new when he got it. It's got like new military tires on it, and it's got that flag flying wave. It's just perfect. 1937 Carmel F12. That's an F12, you can tell, from Westville, Illinois. One of the theirs, Rick and Joseph got that. In memory of Jim's there. Jim was an original member of the I&I Club back in the day. So this is their family. Over Westville. See, now with the F14, the steer wheel will be a little higher where it wouldn't hit your knees no more. 2005 John Deere Buck, Friends of Green. Somebody's going to win that thing. Scott Harley's driving that thing. They only made them things for like 2 years, I believe. And that thing, somebody's going to win that thing too. The Friends of Green are wrapping that thing off. Then we got the Chrome Viper right here. Mr. Jeff Manu, all the way from Martinton. Part of the Martinton Mafia. Got to have 4 pipes, 4 chrome pipes. Somebody just made a fortune selling Jeff Manu all them pipes for that Style G and the Unstyle G. And he will be plowed at Rantoul with that outfit when you come to Rantoul in August. Uh-oh, Mr. Dave Gentry. Oh yeah, place your hat over your heart. Dave Gentry from Tolono on his Case 800. Then it looks like we got Mr. Hayden Hughes from Tolono also. That way he can push Dave right around. Maybe. Hayden Hughes right there, Tim Hughes. They bring that 4430 every year, but you know why they bring that, Chris? Because it's air-conditioned cab. They can sit in air conditioning and just enjoy the parade. Then we got a tractor right here. He was in the tractor games this morning. Jake Bly from Buckley. My parents got me this Cub when I was 1 year old. So he's been driving that thing since he's been 1 year old. Boy,
He's done good.
They did good. They could put that little buddy seat on there, and he could drive that thing when he was 1 year old. His little Cub 4-cylinder right there. Red one. Speaking of Cubs, Russell Foster from Paxton. They got all this Cub stuff over there. 1-point hitch stuff. See now that Cub that Jake is driving got that 1-point hitch on the back. This one here is also a red one, but it's got the red hood instead of the white hood. Got a McCormick Deere 2-wheel Cub trailer. That is the actual Cub trailer. See the decal on the back end gate? One of a kind right there, I think. That is really neat. They helped us out at the tractor gate. 1943 John Deere AR, Moses Farm from Toledo. Zach is driving it. John Deere AR. They just had an article about that in the Green Magazine. The AR. Then we got Jim Woods 504 Carmel diesel right there. And Cale is driving that thing all the way from Marysville, Tennessee, 504 diesel. Now there's not many 504 diesels, but there's one right there. 4-cylinder diesel, 1962 Simplicity 725 charge tractor. Calvin Stalker from Sydney, Illinois. Beautiful registration in 2011. So he done that thing about 14 years ago and it's still good shape. It did not come with that umbrella though, but he got her on there for today. Oh, now we got a Gibson. 1949 Gibson. Model SD, Larry Gibson from Marysville, Indiana. You know your last name is Gibson, you gotta have a Gibson tractor. They made about 4 sizes of Gibson tractors at that time. Marysville, Indiana. Then we got David Trickle from Farmer City on that 318 lawnmower. I just hope you don't start the lawnmower in here. We'll get a lot of dust in a hurry. That thing's going to kick up a lot of dust. Then we got Aaron Hoffman's tractor from Cisco, 1954 John Deere 70 gas. A lot of 70 gas. You could get power steering on them, and that one has it. Now this is George McManus 8N Ford, but it is driven today by his nephew Robert Lawson. What happened to George? He got tired or what? Pam told him he couldn't drive it no more. I bet you that was the deal. Then we got a regular parked car right here, 1929 at 1224 Oliver.
Wow.
Parked car. Co-drivers is Kurt and Robin Friedman, daughter and son-in-law to Harvey from Fairbury, Illinois. That is quite the unique tractor right there. You don't see many of them things around no more. Now we got another Harvey tractor, Harvey Zier Jr. from Fairbury. Bill Zier driving it. And it was also a 1950 Oliver 4-cylinder Detroit. Got the 4-cylinder Detroit in it. 453. That means there are 53 cubic inches in all 4 cylinders, so it's only 212 cubic inches, and it makes 110 horse. Then we've got another Deere tractor. Rebecca Spear is driving that thing. Bill's daughter driving that 2255 front wheel assist. It's a 1974. The last Oliver's ever made was 2255, and that's one of them right there with front wheel assist and fender fuel tank, ready to go down and pull anything with that thing. Well, now look at this thing, 1925, McCormick Deere 1020. Now they made a lot of 1020 back in the 20s. And when they had the tri-state tornado, international harvester come out with a bunch of 1020s to help the people down in Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana. They helped after that tri-county, tri-state tornado. And that's one of them survivors right there. Very cold. Barry Gale from Forest, Illinois. Thank you, Barry. Oliver Super 88. Grant Heatherwick from Piedmont. Now, I thought they always had Allis-Chalmers, but he found an Oliver too today that I looked. So 1955 Super 88. Now, some Super 88s had green wheels and some had red wheels. The later one had green wheels, and that's what that right there. Grant Heatherwick, thank you for Piedmont up in World County. Then we got the Jansen brothers. All the way from downtown Siegel, Illinois. Kent's driving the Minneapolis thrashing machine 3570. This was the big dog we were on at that time. And it looks like we got Jake on the road grader. Quite the rig right there. Now that's how they made roads back in the day. And that's the Chuck Eater's road grader. That's how they made road grader, just like that. And that's fast. Dude, look at the speed of that thing. Then we got a Ford 100 lawnmower. That's Henry Jansen. And he said it's better than his cousin's 102 Cub. So that's Sam driving the Cub Cadet and Henry driving the Ford. So we got a little argument going on there, which one's better. And then we got this broom corn thing right here, all the way. Jake Gibbs driving that Oliver 60 with that 1920 Galesburg broom corn threshing machine owned by Robert Henderson from Casey, Illinois. That if you haven't gotten your broom corn broom, You can get one today. Broom, corn, broom. They make broom corn and that's the tassel, that's what they make the broom out of.
Yep.
And that, you gotta thrash it, and then you gotta run it together. Oh, who's this guy? Ron Ripke from Effingham, driving a D14, and next year we're gonna have the gathering of the order, and Ron and them guys, there's a whole bunch of them guys with all them orange tractors. And Ron has got this 1957 D14. Now you don't see many D14s or D12s or D10s but you see a few D21s, and you talk about a nice D21 right here it is. 1964, the Hitchcock family from Rensselaer, Indiana, he called it the money pit. That is one dandy D21 right there. And that's the way they come with that chrome, except for the chrome straight pipe, but they had that chrome around that steering wheel, a little bit of chrome on the grill, sharp tractor. A lot of them had 24/5, 32 rear tires like that too. Muscle tractor right there.
Yep.
Also, we got a Hitchcock family farm tractor, 1966 International 1206. And they're planning on having a bunch of them up at the Half Century Progress in Rantoul in late August. You want to make sure you come back for that. 1966, 1206, that was the first turbocharged tractor International come out with. Right there. You've got that DT 361 in that thing. Then all the way from Platteville, Illinois, we got Alan Minica's 856 Customer. Alan, Dad, Alvin bought that brand new. It was 1958. Daniel Kozan driving that thing. He got a little help today, by the way, look. 856 Customer right there. Thank you, Daniel. Then we got the 3020 diesel, 1967. Glenn Essington from Kempton got that 3020 diesel. Boy, he got that thing all decked out too. Got front weights on it, got the 3-point hitch, quick hitch on it, got them steps on both sides. Nice unit right there, 3020 diesel. All the way from Kempton, Illinois. Go up around 115 up there. Sawyer Abrahamson from Sydney, Illinois, driving a 1940 John Deere B with a one wheel on the front end. Speaking of Abrahamson, Grandpa Abrahamson's on that John Deere G. Helping Wilder drive about that. Chris owns the thing, but Grandpa's helping him drive that thing down through the parade. He got that wheelie bar on it. Thank you, Darrell. Who's this guy? Mr. Dean Blackford, John Deere 3010 diesel. The first of the Generation 2 right there. Dean worked at Paxton Farm Equipment, the John Deere dealer at Paxton, and he's pulling that John Deere 30 full-size combine behind his 3010. I'd just like to see Dean out there combining weeds with that thing. Give him something to do this afternoon. He was working at Paxton when they were selling the 3010s and 4010s and 3020s and 4020s. J.P. Purcell all the way from White Heat driving that RC Alice. Not the WC, but this is an RC. And it's got the same motor as the B and the C Alice's. It's got the little 4-cylinder instead of the WC 4-cylinder. They'll have had him for a little while too. Then we got the 1937 Arnold F-20, all the way from Kankakee, Jeff and Joseph Rosa got the cut down spokes on the back. That's kind of a nice outfit right there. Boy, they always do that pretty tall cotton when you got that new F-20 back then. A lot of F-20s. The F-20 took the place of the Farmall regular that come out in 1923. And they made the F-20 all the way to 1939 then. Now we got a John Deere G right there. That's an A. Two-cylinder A right there. Factory spokes on the front and the back. That way it come out with rubber tires. That was Genevieve from Kankakee on that John Deere A. Then we got Mr. Ed Winkleman on the 4020, all the way from Armstrong. Did you drive it or did you haul it? You drove it. All the way from Armstrong. Downtown Armstrong even. Right in downtown at the loop there, just outside of the loop. That's Ed Winkleman. Friends of Green right there. And then all the way from Narga, we got Mr. Dick Jordan on his 1971 Ford 3000. Richard helps us out a lot here at the grounds and stuff, does a lot good club member. We want to thank Richard for all he does too. From West Lafayette, Indiana, we got the Hendrick family's Oliver 66 with a chrome pipe. They got the belt pulley on there. You probably ready to hook that onto something belt-wise and see what it can do. Put it on the sawmill or something. What do you say?
Yep.
Oliver 66, 4-cylinder. Then we got an Oliver 88, 6-cylinder. This is also from the Hendrick family. 1950, Oliver 88. There was a lot of 88s. 77s and 88s were very popular. This is that 6-cylinder Waukesha. Smooth runner all the way from West Lafayette. Aaron and Charnat from Rankin driving this John Deere 4020 at the 1970. Bought that thing at Triangle Implement there on the south edge of System Park. They had Triangle John Deere right there. Because there was 3 counties involved. That's how they got the Triangle part. And they sold a lot of 4010s and 20s up there also. Boy, they got that thing shining nice. A lot of them come out just like that with that wide front end and 18-434 on the back. Like that, that's the side console one right there. Then we got a 1964 3020. Also, Aaron and Char Naps from Rankin. I don't know if this one comes from Sister Park too or not, but it could have. 3020. Nice restored. Now they got that side step on that side there. That's pretty nice. Really handy. Then we got this 1948 Allis-Chalmers Model G. John Durham and Kevin Fay from Hopedale. Kevin Fay driving it. Hopedale, Illinois. Got that American flag flying on there, and that's about all that Allis Model G can pull, maybe, in the wind. Little bitty 4-cylinder in that thing. That thing only has 2 main bearings, the front main bearing and the back main bearing, and that's it. But it is a 4-cylinder. Then we got, speaking of David Bradley's, we got David Bradley's out there. Millstadt, Illinois, all the way down to Millstadt. Boy, you got a little drive. You got that tri-track David Bradley. Now, they made a mower for them things underneath that belly. And I remember them things mowing like that. Could you imagine driving that thing? It was like he was riding a horse. And then that mower was right here underneath you. Speaking of riding a horse, Mr. David Brown from WITY driving David Brown tractor. David Brown on the David Brown, and he's driving a 980, same number as the WITY 980 on your AM dial right there. That 1965 David Brown painted purple that give it that extra oomph. Oh, we got a little different one here. John Will from Oaktown, Indiana. That was an Iowa State mowing tractor, high school graduation gift for John Will from Oaktown, Indiana, 1954 John Deere Model 40U utility mount with that mount to. Look how low you sat with that thing. Boy, that thing would climb a hill or something. You never tip that thing over. '69 John Deere Model 110 garden tractor. Jackson Miller from Rankin driving it. Boy, he's just right size on that thing too,
Yeah,
you know it? He knows how to drive that thing too. Look at him.
Get her up in the gear.
He knows just what he's doing. He said, just let me drive this thing, I'll kick up some dust. 110 John Deere, they made quite a few of them things, and that's 1969. And we got some more of that David Bradley stuff. We got a real nice assortment of David Bradley stuff out there, folks. You guys need to see it all. 1954 Tri-Track from Terre Haute. Dave Carlson driving that Tri-Track, and he's got that trailer behind it. And that is the true colors right there, that red and that off green kind of, that really, you notice it right away that that was the David Bradley colors right there. That is good. We got this Walden forklift loader, 1997, 7,000 Walden. Mike Moss driving it from Rantoul, and he's at the sawmill. Them guys doing a big job at the sawmill. I want to thank them for what they're doing. And Bill Jansen brought his steam engine to run the sawmill. We also had a hard bar on the sawmill, so everybody taking turns and having a good time. John Baum from Appleton, Wisconsin. He's got that Sears tractor with the Model A motor. Sears in the catalog, you could buy that. If you had a Model A, you didn't want to know what to do with it no more, you could buy a kit and put a tractor together, and that was what you could get right there. Sears and Roebuck catalog. Then we got the 1950 David Bradley Superpower. That makes it good. It's Superpower. Bob driving that from State Road, Indiana. How about that? Is that right, or is that North Carolina? North Carolina. I do see that now. North Carolina. State Road, North Carolina. Boy, he come a long way. You know, and that, he had them two carts behind him. It took him a while to get here, didn't it? All the way from North Carolina, he drove that thing. The one of them tires are that good yet. Everett Howard from Elwood. Everett's driving that 560. Elwood front end, front wheel assist. He repowered it with the 715 combine engine. He took the 560 motor out and put that 715 motor in there. Oh, today is, how about that? Happy birthday. 1958 560 diesel. Then we got the Doug Steerwalt, Lane Maharry driving that 88 Oliver. 1950 Doug 88 Oliver right there.
We're getting her down the short rows,
I think we're just about it with the parades. I thought that John Deere test unit was going to come through. Okay, on the John Deere buck, that John Deere buck that they're going to give away, that was Scott Harvey with that John Deere Tech program at Lakeland College in Mattoon. The buck will be given raffled off by the Friends of Green Club at the half-century Congress show ice cream, you name it. Come back right here at 5 o'clock. We will be pulling tractors ITPA style right here, 5 o'clock. Stay tuned. Thanks everybody for coming out. Tell your friends and neighbors what they missed, because we got a lot of stuff happening, and we really appreciate you folks coming out. Thank you.